Welcome back to another episode of Nightmares and News, where we pride ourselves on bringing you spooky updates on all things horror and the latest in horror news. Make sure to follow so you never miss an update from the Horror Burrito, because today we talk Dan Trachtenberg's Predator Badlands streams on Hulu this week. Predator Badlands will stream on Hulu in the US and on Disney Plus internationally this Thursday, February 12th. It joins the rest of the Predator franchise on the streaming services, along with 15 newly added videos in the Predator Creators Collection by Pocket Watch on Disney Plus and Hulu. The highest grossing entry in the franchise's 38-year history, Predator Badlands earned $184.5 million worldwide, surpassing the previous record holder, Alien vs. Predator, which came in at $177.4 million. Set in the future on a remote planet, a young predator outcast from his clan finds an unlikely ally in Thalia and embarks on a treacherous journey in search of the ultimate adversary. Blending themes of survival and self-discovery with intense combat, striking visual effects, and moments of humor, the film deepens lore with a high-stakes action adventure. Predator Badlands will release on physical media on February 17th. Have you seen this film yet? If not, do you plan on watching it this week? Exit 8 trailer. Do not overlook any anomalies in Neon's liminal horror nightmare. Going to work on the packed train, doing the same thing day after day may sound like hell, but the real nightmare is finding Exit 8. Enter the liminal subway station in this trailer. The Japanese psychological horror thriller hits theaters nationwide on April 10th via Neon. Based on the popular video game created by Kote Create, the film follows a man trapped in an endless sterile subway passage as he sets out to find Exit 8. The rules of his quest are simple. Do not overlook anything out of the ordinary. If you discover an anomaly, turn back immediately. If you don't, carry on. Then leave from Exit 8, but every single oversight will send him back to the beginning. Will he ever reach his goal and escape from the infinite corridor? Exit 8 premiered in 2025 Cannes Film Festival, receiving an 8-minute outstanding ovation. It went on to play the Toronto International Film Festival, Sieges Film Festival, Beyond Fest, Busan International Film Festival, and International Film Festival, Rotterdam. The movie was a hit in native Japan, grossing over $27 million upon its release last fall. If you're a fan of the backrooms, I highly recommend checking this out. Bone Keeper, a new cosmic horror creature feature. Face your darkest fears in the trailer for Bone Keeper, which looks like a Lovecraftian twist on The Descent. The British cosmic horror creature feature is written and well directed by Howard J. Ford. In the film, a cosmic fireball crashes into a remote woodland, awakening a terrifying creature hidden in the depths. In 1976, James Wheeler enters a cave determined to uncover the truth, and is never seen again. All that's found is a single frame of a Super 8 film, capturing a silhouette of a horrifying creature. Now Wheeler's granddaughter, along with 5 explorers, set out to investigate the legend of the Bone Keeper. But deep in the caves, they realize they are being hunted, and the line between hunters and prey blurs. Will they uncover the truth and escape the creature, or become the next missing souls? Insidious 6 plot revealed. The further bleeds into the real world. Insidious 6 is set to haunt theaters this summer, and the newly revealed synopsis gives us a hint at what's in store. A trio of stalkers infiltrate a quiet suburb and force a new family into the astral plane, where they uncover a terrifying truth. The further is bleeding into the real world. Find out what happens when the horror sequel is released on August 21st, 2026 via Sony and Blumhouse Atomic Monster. And with this information, we can fathom a guess that this will be one of the 10 houses this year at the Halloween Horror Nights 36, but we'll update you on that when we know more. Return of the Living Dead poster zombies get Funko Pop treatment. Zombie Trash stands approximately 4.25 inches tall, while Zombie Suicide's mohawk brings him to 3.75 inches. They're due out in March, and they're $14.99 a piece. Super 7 and NECA each previously released action figures for these iconic zombies. In the Return of the Living Dead, when an accident at a medical supply warehouse reanimates an army of corpses, they arise from their graves with a ravenous hunger for human brains. A new Return of the Living Dead film from the director Steve Walsh is due out later this year. Stay tuned for more updates on that as they come. The demo is out now for a Tamagotchi-like Eldritch horror game in full bloom. 90s kids will no doubt remember the Tamagotchi fad. Oblique Games certainly does, and they have mashed it together with an Eldritch horror in their new game, in full bloom, launching later this year on Steam. You can get a taste of what's to come with the game's demo, which is available now as part of Steam's The Fun, the Dark, and the Cozy event. Inspired by the aforementioned Tamagotchi mechanics, in full bloom drags players into a monochromatic, eerie world inspired by the likes of Tim Burton and Junji Ito. Your role is of the devoted hand that feeds the mouth, a gooey, grotesque, eldritch blob. It is your responsibility to feed the hungry blob and watch it grow as it gurgles and burbles with each item you feed it. At first, you won't question what you're feeding the mouth, since frankly things are already weird enough. Losing a few stones or an old garden fence doesn't seem like a big deal, but as In Full Bloom progresses, the needs of the mouth only escalate. Soon the mouth grows its salivating tongue and rows of jagged teeth, begging for more. Once it gets to the size of a bus or a house, you may start to question the true cost of keeping your beloved creature alive. And that's all the news I have for you today, my lovely fiends. Stay spooky, keep those claws sharp, and consume more souls of the living. Hopefully you enjoyed today's content. If you did, click some of those buttons like comment, share, subscribe, are all fantastic things that help out this page. And as always, we appreciate your viewership, and just know we'll scare you in the next one.